purple clerk's shoes off, heels parallel to the wall. The apartment is a museum of nothing. Every surface is clear, dustless, except for the wooden tray by the door. There it is, a cold piece of metal, a small silver anchor. It's minimalist haunting, a spare key to a locked past, a steady rhythm in a silent hallway. Bittersweet, organized, hazy. I've upgraded the couch, but I kept the ghost routine. Weighs exactly 5 grams. I lift it up, cold to the touch, inactive. It doesn't open anything anymore. Not this door, not yours. I should toss it in the bin, clear the tray, achieve total symmetry. But it's the only thing in this room that still has a destination. The city light is bleeding through the blinds. The refrigerator is vibrating. The emptiness is finally suffocating. Logical error. I'll deal with it tomorrow. The spare key routine, leave it there, stay still. Romantic. Sitting on the hardwood floor, alphabetical order, A to Z. The sleeves are a bit dusty, but the jazz sounds cleaner than your thoughts. You're doing fine, just a man and his records, trying to find the right groove again. just think it's time for his lunch. The bell is just a bell. Look at you, sorting the sound of your life. The chime is just a chime in a quiet room. You're starting over with a scratched record and a fat cat. The sun is hitting the dust. The U section doesn't feel so heavy anymore. Yeah, look at you, healing in the middle of the floor. The bell is just a bell in a quiet room. Blowing the stress and the bell. Yeah, look at you, sorting the sound of your life. The chime is just a chime in a quiet room. You're starting over with a scratch record and a fat cat. The sun is hitting the dust. The U section doesn't feel so heavy anymore. Yeah, look at you, healing in the middle of the floor. The bell is just a bell in a quiet room. A, B, C. Hey, get off the turntable, buddy. I'm domestic. Curated. Quiet. The skyscrapers leaning, blocking the blue. 8 million shadows, none of them you. Your boots feel heavy on the cold concrete. The city is a neon storm until you reach the corner of 4. The air is finally clear. No more searching for who's wrong. The silence is a different kind of song. You've reached the edge of the map, and you're putting the compass away. You look at the frame on the shelf. No need to hide it from yourself. The smiles were real, the light was cold. A story that was always meant to be told. You're not angry, you're just full of everything she gave. You didn't fail, you just finished the race, leaving the shadows, keeping her face. No wasted minutes, no bitter regret. The best kind of forever that you've ever met. Gold in the dust. It was a beautiful season for us. You like the man you've become because of the roads you used to run. She's not a mistake, she's a gift, a heavy weight that you didn't have to lift. Just a quiet thank you before you step into the new. You didn't fail, you just finished the race, leaving the shadows, keeping her face. No wasted minutes, no bitter regret. The best kind of forever that you've ever met. Gold in the dust. It was a beautiful season for us. Museum of us. The lights are dimming now. Quiet, grateful, done. Quiet, grateful, done. Let the white light bleed into the frame. Let the analog static wash away your name. 38 and finally starting late, in a beautiful distorted state. Everything I couldn't save is in the haze now. Everything I used to crave is out of focus. I'm letting go, I'm letting it blur. Tape on the box marked miscellaneous. It's heavier than the one with the books. There's a rectangle of dust on the eggshell wall where the photo of us in Osaka used to hang. Found a dry cleaning receipt from a Tuesday in March. I don't remember the shirt, but I remember the silence. The floorboards are scarred from moving the dresser. All wood exposed, a jump cut, I forgot to edit out. Let the white light bleed into the frame. Let the analog static wash away your name. 38 and finally starting late, in a beautiful distorted state. Everything I couldn't save is in the haze. Now everything I used to crave is out of focus. I'm letting go, I'm letting it blur. The lease agreement is on the dashboard. Bottom left corner, a coffee stain from the autumn of 2019. The U-Haul latch clicks like a heavy period at the end of a long tired sentence. Looking through the windshield watching the sunrise break into 1,000 jagged pieces. The pine tree air freshener smells like chemicals and distance. The GPS is recalculating, and so am I. Exhaling 38 winters, becoming a ghost to my own ghost. It's not a comeback, it's a demolition. The sound of a heart recalibrating, a loud hazy silence. Click static rewind, don't just play. Let the white light bleed into the frame. Let the analog static wash away your name. 38 and finally started late in a beautiful distorted state. Everything I couldn't save is in the haze. Now everything I used to crave is out of focus. I'm letting go, I'm letting it blur. Miscellaneous 2019 stain. The click of the latch, starting over finally. Sharp humming from the engine. Blue dashboard light still smells like your hairspray in the vent. Synthetic gasman, overwhelming. Rain on the sunroof sounds like white noise on a dead channel. Synthing with the blinker. 1, 2, 1, 2. Consistency is key. Late night frequency, tuning into a memory. Driving past the diner we used to burn out in. Bittersweet, low. You're a song I forgot the words to, but the rhythm is stuck in the gears. Unfortunately for me, fuel gauge on empty, glowing red, just like your eyes when you were tired of me. Found a receipt in the glove box. Amnesia watch on the seat. The ticking is 3 seconds fast. Always rushing, always somewhere else. I found a single strand of your hair on the headrest, long golden brown. Should probably clean the car. Is stretching like old magnetic tape. The signal is blurring in the rain. If I keep driving, maybe I'll hit the start of us, or maybe I'll just hit a deer. Long pause, statistically it's the deer. Late night frequency, driving, stay in the static romantic. still here in the place I chose. Think of me as a flower in an empty room. You're not here, but I'm still in bloom. You don't have to see me to breathe the scent. You don't have to stay to know what I meant. The petals stay bright, the colors stay true. I'm just here, being beautiful for you. Yeah, just being beautiful for you. I keep the water clear and the stem straight. I've made peace with the silence at the gate. I don't need your eyes to feel the sun. The waiting part is finally done. I'm just the garden you forgot to pick. Still growing tall, still doing the trick. The quiet looks good on this love. It's not a trade, it's not a debt, just a love that hasn't faded yet. You don't have to come back, you don't have to care. I'll just be the fragrance in the afternoon air through every season. For no reason. Think of me as a flower in an empty room. You're not here, but I'm still in bloom. You don't have to see me to breathe the scent. You don't have to stay to know what I meant. The petals stay bright, the colors stay true. I'm just here, being beautiful for you. Unconditional. Fragrant. Still yours. Didn't fight it this time. You just watched a suitcase find the car. No more forever, that felt like a chore. The hallway is finally quiet, the silence is in a hole. It's a room with the windows open. You're standing there, and your shoulders don't feel so heavy anymore. So she's past the gate, and you're not trying to change your fate. Thick and thin, it was just a line in a song didn't write. A paper thin promise in the middle of the night. Look at you now. The room is empty, but the light is coming in, and then you're was a mess of what if, but today you're making coffee for one. No phones on the table, no walking on eggshells. You're sleeping through the sirens, you're eating with an appetite. The best friend part, it was a ghost you finally let go of. You're not crazy, you're just clear. She said she'd stay, but she's gone. She said she'd have you back, she's gone. But look who's still here, look who's still here. Everything happened, and you're the one who survived it. Yeah, you're still here. So she's past the gate, and you're not trying to change her fate. Thick and thin, it was just a line in a song you didn't write. A paper thin promise in the middle of the night. Look at you now. The room is empty, but the light is coming in, and you're doing just fine. New view, no wait, no more wars. Optimistic, moving. Driving home, the green lights turn to yellow right as I pass. Everything is perfectly on time. My hands are at 10 and 2. The radio is off, I'm doing everything right. But the silence in the passenger seat, it's louder than any song we used to know. It's a long way back. It's you in the back of my mind, it's always you. When I'm staring at the ceiling, it's you. When I'm breathing in the dark, it's you. Bittersweet, hazy, the default setting of my head. I've simplified my life, but I can't simplify you. Inside the apartment now, glass of water on the nightstand, phone plugged in 68%. The sheets are tucked in tight, I bought the expensive ones, the ones that are supposed to make me sleep better. But the left side of the bed is still a desert, and the white wall is a movie screen, playing every Saturday we ever had. High definition. I could rearrange the furniture, I could paint the walls a different shade of gray. I could delete the messages, I could throw In the back of my mind, it's always you. When I'm staring at the ceiling, it's you. When I'm breathing in the dark, it's you. Bittersweet, hazy, the default setting of my head. I've simplified my life, but I can't simplify you. Just you. You never fight. We just miss each other in different hours. Blue light flickers on a half asleep face. 4:37, your hate drops into space. I'm brushing my teeth, you pouring black tea. 2 different mornings on the same cracked screen. Typing dots, then they disappear. Your voice note fades before it reaches here. You say goodnight while my sun leaks through. We live in hours that never come true. You wake when I'm falling, I call when you're gone. We keep missing moments, but somehow hold on. We talk in delayed constellations, one line then silence for days. No anger, no accusations, just time drifting out of phase. You're always almost beside me, but never inside my day. We're typing inside a time loop and letting the echo stay. 3 days later, a photo appears, a coffee, a window, a caption with tears. I've been busy, hope you're okay. I read it at sunrise, then drift away. Weeks turn quiet, but nothing is wrong. Just different rhythms in the same sad song. I try to call when your world's asleep. You try again while I'm counting sheep. Missed calls blinking like distant stars. We're never broken, just slightly too far. We talk in delayed constellations, one line then silence for days. No anger, no accusations, just time drifting out of phase. You're always almost beside me, but never inside my day. We're typing inside a time loop and letting the echoes stay. Months pass softly, no goodbyes, only unread midnights in your eyes. When you're finally free, I disappear. We trade our loneliness year by year. No slam doors, no final scene, just scene at 5:14. we will finally speak more than a sentence, for the silence sleeps. The humidity still clings to my skin, like the night you crying in. Walked in, I traced slow circles on the sheets where you left her used to sleep. Your shampoo fades into the air, but silence lingers everywhere. Do you feel it in the hall, that quiet pressure in the walls? I turn around, there's no one there, just shadows resting on your chair. Here I go again, haunted by July, counting little cracks above my eyes. This room keeps breathing, but it won't move on. Every clock just hums your song. I thought by autumn I'd be fine, but your summer ghost still walks in mine. I remember how you'd spin around like nothing ever could touch the ground. Now the coffee's cold beside the sink, and I let the quiet do the thinking. The sweetness lingers on my tongue, like something I can't outrun. Do you feel it in the hall, that static rising through it all? I reach for you, just empty air, and dust that settles everywhere. Here I go again, haunted by July, tracing shapes across the sky. This place without you bends but won't break. Every breath is yours to take. I thought by autumn I'd let you go, but your summer ghost moves slow. Tonight at 10, I wouldn't ask you where or when. I'd just sit still inside this room and wait for summer to resume. Here I go again, haunted by July, letting all the questions lie. This room keeps breathing soft and slow, like it knows what I don't know. Maybe autumn's coming soon, but summer's still inside this room.